FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Specifically, one of the things that we've been asked to talk about most recently is the impact of social networks and technology on the electoral map and field. So I just want to give a couple quick examples, then I'll talk about a project that we're doing. But how many of you guys have instant message? Awesome. Obviously. You'd be surprised with some of the audiences I'm sure we all speak to. But one of the things that's being done right now is a whole lot of GeoTV work around instant messaging. And if you guys do any sort of electoral organizing, I would suggest that you try this method. We just did a GeoTV for the California special election where we collected 798 screen names of people who we signed up on campuses. And we asked them if they wanted a reminder to get out and go vote. So we spent 2 days before Election Day IMing all of these people and saying, hey, you signed up, I met you on CSU Fresno, don't forget to go out and vote. We got a response rate of 63% of these people engaged in conversations, and almost 90% of them actually had a question, said, actually, I don't know where to vote, I don't know the information about the propositions, can you please help me? And the anonymity of the internet is a huge, huge benefit to online organizing because they feel comfortable asking for information that they wouldn't have before. And we actually sent one IM and got back a long string of expletives that they IM'd us back. And I wrote back and I was like, wow, okay. And the person wrote back and was like, you're a real person. They thought it was one of those AIM bots that was just scheduled to send out reminders. But the fact that we actually took the time to ask those people was actually pretty huge. So that's one example. Rockvote is doing a lot of work around that and text messaging. The other thing, how many of you guys have joined a cause on Facebook? Great. 1 out of 7 people on Facebook now has a cause or has joined a cause. They have about 12 million users, and Causes has 90,000 causes benefiting 23,000 nonprofits that have raised over $3 million. So you can see with these statistics how it's kind of frustrating when people ask if social networking or technology is really going to change the way young people are active. The other thing I wanted to mention, how many of you guys have ever emailed your elected officials or sent a letter, an op-ed online? Great. We run a website called the Youth Policy Action Center. Over the past 2 years, we've had 60,000 messages sent to Congress. Most recently, there was a campaign called the Deleting Online Predators Act. If you guys are familiar with that, it was an attempt to censor the communication tools of our generation, sort of ban social networks in public schools and libraries, which for many people, as Justin knows, are the only times they have access to those sort of tools. And so what Congress was trying to do was to legislate the communication tools of our generation without actually asking members of our generation how we use them. And I actually don't spend most of my day looking at porn on Facebook. But I do a lot of great work, and I build a lot of lists, join a lot of groups, donate a lot of money, and do amazing things on Facebook. So we sent 5,000 messages to Congress in 2 days, and because we're nonpartisan, I can't actually tell you who lost their seat or was elected because of it, but we're really proud of the impact that the voices of the young people that we work with had. So I think those are just 3 brief examples of the different ways technology is changing the field of youth activism.